Morning everybody. So I wasn't really planning on filming this project, but since it looks like it's going to turn custom, I think we are going to film it. So what we have is Isaac's new truck, which we call the Unicorn F150, and the Nebraska farm truck. And it's like a freeway out here already. One of the first things that we're going to do to it is install a MBRP side exit exhaust kit on it, which is going to come out like right here in front of the tire. And they apparently don't advertise a bolt-on kit for the standard cab short bed trucks, which is really short wheelbase. So we're going to figure out what it takes to make that fit in there after we get some of this stuff moved around. It more than likely is going to take a little bit of welding. So that's kind of what I want to show you guys, is what it takes to get from the mid-pipe assembly into the muffler that is provided in the kit. So let's get things moved around and then we'll get after it. Well, there's our near silent cold start. It makes the tiniest bit of noise. See, it really is from Nebraska. We had this truck shipped all the way from there. So we're not going to save any of this exhaust system, I don't think. So I think we're going to cut most of this out for the sake of ease of removal. You can see the ginormous trash can size muffler that these things come with. All we're going to use out of this whole entire factory system is this flange right here. This guy. Probably going to cut it right here. And then the rest of it is scrap, other than some of the hangers. So we'll get that cut and then go get our new parts laid out on the garage floor, and we'll show you that. Removing the system should be pretty self-explanatory. You know, another thing I was going to say is I did finally break down and buy some of those special pliers for these rubber hangers, so it'll be interesting to see if those things actually work. With some careful strategy, you can get this muffler and tailpipe out of the truck over the axle in one piece. So you can see where I cut it right there. Then it comes off of that hanger, and then the tailpipe hanger back by the spare tire. Pretty easy. So we're going to unbolt this guy now at the 2-bolt flange, and then start putting the new muffler together. So we got the little resonator out, no problem. This is the piece that we need right here, so we're going to cut this off right here. These bolts were not stuck at all, thankfully for us. 13mm bolt heads, and they zipped right out of there. Depending on how rusty your truck is, you may have to fight those or even cut them off, but in our case they came right off. So I'm going to cut this piece off, we're going to get rid of this, and then we're going to see how we're going to adapt this into the new MBRP setup. So Isaac's got the new setup all laid out. Normally, like I said, I didn't show it, but there's a giant resonator muffler that would go right here that comes with the kit. That goes ahead of the, what they call, I guess, the race muffler. And we physically can't fit that in this truck because it's a short bed regular cab. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this part of the kit together in the truck, in the hangers, and then we've got to fill in the gap, whatever it takes to get from this flange to the race muffler. It could be here, it could be here, but it's going to be shorter than whatever the shortest option is, which is a regular cab long bed in the instructions, if that makes sense. So we can't really guess to figure out what this is. We need to just put it together and make it fit. Okay, step 8 of the instructions, which we're doing as step 1, is we have to put on this additional hanger right here that comes in the kit. So we're going to put on this bracket that comes in the kit. Conveniently, the frame already has these holes where we can put these U-nuts into that are provided in the kit. And then this guy just bolts on here, and that's our primary hanger. Alright, so these bolts that are provided are 1/2 inch American. Okay, somehow we got to get that muffler and tailpipes kind of hung in here in one piece. So the tailpipes we've got stuck in the back of the muffler, and then these two brackets get bolted together, and this should get this hanger onto there, and then this is going to hang off of the one we just bolted to the frame. This should get hung in the one OEM hanger that is on the frame. Can we use that clip nut? Yeah. Fancy. Probably only need one washer. I don't know what the extra washers. Normally you would build this from here back, but we've got to build it from that hanger this way so we can establish our length to this guy. So in a stunning turn of events, this is how short of a piece that we're going to be using to fill in the gap. Oh, here's a little teaser. It's not fully into position, but you get the idea. Let's see if I can fit y'all in here and even see anything. It's kind of dark, but yes. So here's our muffler, and we're going straight into the mid pipe there. So for the sake of getting this done and having the space to do it, this is going to go right there. I'm going to tack it into place, and we'll take it out and weld it up, and we'll be back after it's welded up. So here it is, fully put together. This is what took probably the most work, was getting this built, but it turned out pretty good. So as I said before, we've got about this much of it that is the factory flange, and then there's just a little filler piece to take up the gap between the two pieces. And then we tack the tailpipes in place so they can't slip around, but we made it so we can cut the tacks off and take this exhaust apart if we ever wanted to ship it to somebody else. And then we still have the clamps in place and torqued up. But we're ready to put it up in the truck and see what it sounds like. Alright, we got it plopped back in the truck. It fits really, really well. So here's that the outer hanger that's the add-on hanger. Then we're on this factory hanger. We were able to get the muffler nice and vertical. And yes, stupid stuff like that bothers me. And then up here you can see our forward flange. Turned out really nice. All factory-like. If for some reason we have to figure out a way to quiet this thing down, I'm not sure how we're going to do it because there ain't a lot of exhaust system in here anymore. But beyond that, I think we're ready to start this guy up and see what we got. we've got a lot of big plans for this truck. We are going to do a Belltech 5.3 drop on it, and we've got a set of Forgestar 22-inch wheels that are going on it, and then ultimately it may end up with a Whipple blower on it, but we'll have to see. That's a lot of money. That might be a little ways down the road. I'm going to have Isaac drive around the block, and we'll see what it sounds like. So we're out at our favorite industrial complex, and we're just going to mess around a little bit. Be respectful to other people's property. Don't tear stuff up. That thing sounds amazing. Pretty sure that one was an all-wheel drive launch.
You stay here.
Okay.
Really good. So that might be the best $500 exhaust system I think we've ever bought, even with the custom modifications to put it on. Very, very, very. I think he's ecstatic with it. And it's so nice going down the road. It is no drone, absolute pleasant at idle. It's not obnoxious to your neighbors. They call this the race version. I don't really quite understand that because it's not that loud. I have a feeling that if you put the full kit on with the other resonator muffler in there, that it would literally sound stock. It would be too quiet. But if you guys have any questions on how we installed this, or have any advice on how you would have done it differently, put it down in the comments below. And beyond that, we'll see y'all on the next one.